This is a model of the Argentina, built in Gothenburg and launched in 1935. She was an international freighter, designed to carry cargo in bulk, and also passengers willing to take on one of the longest maritime journeys possible. As her name suggests, she sailed regularly between Northern Europe and South America, and tells the story of the growth of international trade in the first half of the 20th century. The star and J on her funnel marks her out as a ship of the Johnson Line, founded in 1904 as a subsidiary of the Swedish investment company Nordstjernan, founded in 1890 by Axel Johnson, one of European history's greatest entrepreneurs. His original business imported coal and exported iron, and grew astonishingly wealthy. By the 1930s, they had moved into shipping. Nordstjernan was committed to maintaining a competitive edge through constant innovation, and became a pioneer in the transition from steam to diesel power for ocean-going cargo vessels. Nordstjernan adopted the new technology and sold its old vessels before its rival shipping companies had realized what was happening. By the start of the 1920s, Nordstjernan had the world's first diesel-driven ocean-going fleet. The Argentina's power was provided by Burmeister and Wine diesel engines, producing 6,800 horsepower and a maximum speed of 15 knots. The white oval fuel tank sits neatly above the engine. With her hull cut away to show the operational and storage compartments, it's striking how efficient the engineering setup is. In comparison with the steamships of a generation before, far less space is now needed for the engine or the fuel. The crew's quarters are also shown. It's incredible how little of the ship's space is now taken up by the men needed to operate her. There is also plenty of accommodation on top of the deck for the passengers who could travel in some comfort. At the bow are bunks laid out for the steerage class, the cheapest tickets of all. The majority of the vessel's hull is crammed with cargo, which tells us of the huge changes that were brought about in global maritime trade in the first half of the 20th century. With the opening of the Panama Canal in 1914, suddenly the far side of the world was more accessible than ever before. New shipping routes opened up, and with them endless commercial opportunities. Now, ships could sail from Europe to the Pacific coast of North and South America without having to sail around the dangerous Cape Horn. The Panama Canal made maritime trade faster and safer. The model is shown as if she is ready for her return trip from South America. We actually know exactly what she was carrying on her final voyage: cotton, coffee, rice, and oil cakes, a mass of compressed plant material used as fodder or fertilizer. The cargo hold at the bow is empty, waiting to be loaded at her next stop, which took her not only to Argentina, but to Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Chile. This is how she looked in her heyday. The captain proudly looks on. This model is testament to the rise of South America, one of the world's greatest economies. But those happy days did not last forever. The Second World War put a halt to normal business, and a German blockade of the Baltic eliminated Sweden's access to the world's oceans. An agreement was eventually reached to allow a limited number of Nordstjernan's vessels to sail to neutral countries in South America. But in July 1942, she hit a mine off the Norwegian coast and sank within minutes. The captain and crew of the Argentina never stood a chance.